Alrighty, everyone. We are finally back with some more Rome 2. Took quite a bit. We are on with Norse's Mod, Myth, and Legends on a 4v4 from one of the streams that I missed. And this one I was told was going to be a fun one. Let's actually get started over here, where I was leading to. On this 4v4, it is Antioch, one of my favorite cities. Of course, town center right here. Nice big settlement. First one, we'll start with Dade 2330, playing Nova Carthago. That's got 2 armored Numidian riders, including a general, 1 fixed ballista, 1 Carthaginian cavalry, 4 heavy Numidian skirmishers, 2 Libyan hoplite, 1 mercenary noble fighter, 1 mercenary Scutari, 4 Numidian light infantry, and 4 Roman defectors. They're hard to see. They are basically just the Roman unit models, little different stats, but they are special unit that they have. Next up, we have the Viking Confederation, brought to us by Inores. He is what's known as a Lord of War General, 4 Viking archers, 2 Danaxes, 1 King's Huscarl, 2 Shield Maidens, 5 Thrall Swords, 1 Viking Chosen Axeband, and 1 Young Wolf. A lot of it coming from Britannia, but interesting enough, Lord of War. These guys are a little bigger than normal guys. And yep, as you can kind of see, little Danaxes from Attila and Britannia, basically. But next up, we have Roma, brought to us by Onyx Drake. He's got himself a Legatus General, 1 Eagle Cohort. There it is, Eagle Cohort there. 7 Evocati Cohort, 2 Legionnaires, 1 Praetorian, and 4 Socii Histati. Last up, we have Palmyra, brought to us by Ninja Keeper. Imperial Palmyrian Cataphracts General, 1 fixed ballista. We also have 1 armored camel, 4 slingers, 5 Palmyran cohorts, 3 Palmyran spearmen, 2 veteran Palmyran legionnaires, and 3 vigilas. Empire divided faction. I think there are some additions to. I think it's the veterans, veteran Palmyran legionnaires to make them more adjusted, or it's the top tier one. I can't remember. One of them has been adjusted. On defense here, we have Joe Onnet playing Desert Rome, Masacely. Propane playing Swaby. We also have an Arverni with Blood Axe, which he does not have an artillery piece out here, so he might have an artillery somewhere else. And lastly, we have Carthage, brought to us by Dan, which in Vanilla Rome, Dan has always been an expert with Carthage, so we'll see how that rolls. With that, let's get this party started.
Their home shall be ours in only a few hours, my brave warriors. Be not afeared because of these walls. What are they against the power in our...
Oh, that's a pity. It's done. Done a bit early with those big boys. Alright, let's see what we've got here assault-wise. A pretty wide assault on Antioch. Honestly, this worries me a little bit, that attack on its own. Did put 2 artillery here, yeah, to bully the lone army. Where are you firing at? You missed so far, you're at 21. Interesting, if you could have put that up, one thing you can do with these is function a few of the towers this way. Knock that one out, and a few of the towers this way to do the same. Which I probably would have done with these over here. You don't have the best angle on them. That one, you can move over there. And probably And that's straight up. That one would be the other one. Because there's no way that artillery piece is going over that way. So you could have done these two right there and covered both of those towers there and had dealt with that. This Antioch assault is pretty normal. Attacking along these points, kind of trying to sweep this way and into here. A lot more people do take this assault point because it is a pretty good spot, a pretty good hub to attack on a lot of angles and a lot of points. This way is not bad either. Breakthrough can kind of crumple the lines, so that's kind of why it's good over there. Honestly, Nova Carthago does worry me a little bit, attacking on its own. It's like Desert Rome's over here, so two desert factions with fairly similar rosters are fighting it out. But if any units go to support that, then they're done. Pretty much. Perfect timing. This one will go now. Poor Vigile is down to 35 men. It did silence that tower. Pretty decent breaches. Got Carthage here, Galix. Bloodsworn. Okay. Made me go for that. Make a pretty decent sized breach. One more hit. Yep. They're now going to start flowing in. Try to silence that Bloodsworn. We got Thrall Swords. Not the best, but they do manage to get the charge off. They're already losing the fight. Socii need to go get on in. They get a charge in. What's that tower taking? They can probably go up. Alright, what do we got here? Credence. Yeah, they're just gonna do some good damage there. Gallics are not doing well, but some more Gallics coming from the side should deal with that. Palmyra still not in, so not really dealing with much here. With that, tower is taken. They're going to alternate, and these Bloodsworn are going to die. Or not Bloodsworn, Socii are going to die. Pull back. Yeah, Socii are going to be done. Got ourselves some Danaxes coming in. That could turn the tide. Socii probably are breaking out of there, yep. Danax is 26 kills, yeah. Good job with those thralls. How's this side looking? Nova Carthago. Ooh, that is a big mistake. Fire at Will is on. Who is this? Who screwed up? Big misplay by Dade here, keeping Fire at Will on for his skirmishers, which as such, as you can see, is going to lead to some misfires. Let's see here. No, they still got ammo. It looks like they managed to silence it. Numidians are losing this fight against the other Numidians, but we got Roman defectors coming in. Probably able to do a good number of damage. Over here, Desert Legionnaires getting pretty surrounded. Good engagement for Nova Carthago here. Getting those skirmishers in. Getting to fire. We do have some more Legionnaires that I can see here. Over here, it looks like the attackers managed to push back Carthage. Those Gallics are pushed back. For here, we have some Averni, some chosen spearmen. Please tell me Averni did not go. Please tell me Blood Axe didn't go with a spear heavy build. Honestly, it's a waste for Averni to go as spear heavy as it is. It's fine, chosen spirits are a good unit, but with the armies that you're facing, you do not want a spear build with them. So we'll see how they do. Vigili's doing well with the aid of the Socii. Gonna cut down those levies. For here, the Socii are winning. That army comp might end up being a misplay for the defenders, to be honest. Yep, they're starting to win. There's more and more infantry. We have Swaby coming here to help. Yep. Some Germanic noblewomen archers, mod unit. Again, mod is myth and legends. It's a 4-part mod. But, ooh, tribal slingers, interesting. Well, these Libyan hoplites are going to get cut off. And eliminated. Nice play by them, forcing the slingers out so they can't continue to fire. Roman defectors, Roman defectors. Do you have a Scutari and a noble fighter? Yep. And here comes a unique unit for Desert Rome with the mod, Exiled Praetorians. Bloodsworn's starting to take some damage, but those Gallics ending up winning. Gallic sitting over there as well, kind of boxing him in. Vigila's just finishing off the levies. Chosen Spearmen getting on in. More of the noblewoman archers. Some two units of wolf warriors. I like wolf warriors. Ulfar back in the day liked silver chevron them, and they were kind of his killing force. I think he added a hex bearer in there just to cause the morale debuffs. Kind of just break down the enemy with those shock boys. Roman defectors are trying their best. Roman defectors getting overwhelmed here. Stat-wise, I think the Legionnaires are better. Legionnaires have more attack, more defense, less charge bonus, less melee defense, actually pretty significantly, less armor, and less morale. Yeah, those Roman defectors are going to end up losing. What they get in that side, though, is Scutari and Noble Fighters, which are solid units. Thrall Swords, they're going to get cut down. Those are the low tiers. Modern Cohort doing a pretty good job holding them off. Chosen Spears are going to do well. That was a bunch of low tier infantry. You can see here a lot less. Some shield maidens. I mean, this was a very good fight. Ooh, they got the noble fighters in, so they're popping their buffs now. That was a really good engagement for the attackers here on this side. I think Day did really good on this engagement. Managed to get to multiple angles on the defenders, basically on Desert Rome, and was able to do a lot of damage to a lot of good units. Here the engagement is less impressive, but hey, he's doing some real work there. Exiled Praetorians are being cut down pretty well. They're being double tapped by both the Germanic noblewomen and the tribal slingers. More tribal slingers. They should be almost out of firing soon. Next unit of Numidians coming in. Yep, second wind immediately on those noble fighters. They're freshened back up. Those Desert Legionnaires are going to drop. Good job with those engagements there. Desert Cohort. Yeah, that Germanic noblewoman archer is going to help them a lot. Carthage's side looks like they're trying their best here. What's that Suebi unit? Warriors of the Night. Another modded unit. And they're Grilla. Yeah. Moscot. Oh yeah, Carthage has mercenary Moscots in this. Get a few more mercenary units. And a cool cavalry unit. But Evocati, I mean, they're tearing. They need to be targeted by ranged. Shield Maiden's doing well as well, along with another unit, Evocati, kind of tearing through the Bloodsworns. Over here, it's just going to be a slog. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't dealt with these slingers on the wall. Good move by Palmyra getting them up there. Probably, I would assume, from the tower. They're kind of bottlenecked in as soon as someone decides to go up there and deal with it. Those slingers are shooting away. Noblewomen are not looking healthy. So some Viking archers helping in that fight. Looks like it's a breakthrough, almost a breakthrough here. Moscots are the last line of defense. To be honest, I don't imagine them holding out too long. Ooh, missed volley. Good job. Good timing with the Evocati. It's completely coincidental, to be honest. They were in movement as the volley went. Did force it to block. That's less so. Moscots might be able to hold out long enough with that. Slinger's still firing. Continuing that fire against the noblewomen. They're out of ammo now, it looks like. They got the fancy spears. Let's see how over here's looking. Noble fighters, 173 kills. It is a pretty big bloodbath over here. More tribals. Looks like Nova Carthago might actually be winning this fight. A lot of them breaking over here. They still do have a heavy cohort. Slingers are hopefully firing over there. Looks like they're firing into the unit in front. Honestly, be firing at that position at that Roman defector and breaking them. Good artillery volleys, though. Let's go back over here. Rome is breaking through. Moscots are pretty much broken. Balearics, they still have ammo. Next unit of Evocati is trying to stop those Qatari. Getting them right in the back. Nice. Hey, the Evocati might break. Down the middle here. That Evocati's still holding out well. That Shield Maiden is as well. Warriors of the Night doing what they can, but they're losing slightly. Over here, it's just going to be a slow grind. True to 11, it looks like they're out. Palmyran Spearmen kind of sitting here, trying to block those Chosen. Chosen Spears, 123, 71. Chosen's already 85 kills. Okay. Well, despite everything, there's still African elephants around, so they gotta be careful. Bottlenecking them in here. Not the best bottleneck in, but they'll do some well. Desert Cohort's still doing really well. Carthaginian cavalry trying to be fancy. They'll be in a lot of trouble if they do. Armored Numidians will do some damage. Not really a way out for these Carthaginians at the moment. Desert Cohort are going to end up losing. Noble Fighters are going to end up winning. 217 right now. Got ourselves another Warrior of the Night. Noble Cavalry, and we do have a Sacred Band Cavalry, the fancy one I was talking about. Melee Cavalry. Yep, see, now that this is broken open, units are funneling around and stopping there, but now they can funnel here, right into here. As you can see, they're doing that. Well, enough those Danaxes are still chasing. They can surround, they can eliminate, you can kind of see. They're now into this major one, and they can start funneling this way, getting behind the Chosens, funneling this way. It's a pretty big sweep until they can stop them. Danaxes are losing this fight here, but honestly I would get another infantry unit in. Young Wolves, okay. I would get them into these Wolf Warriors. Shield Maidens, it looks like. Now that they're engaged, get that Roman in there, because they're not going to get the charge bonus. Honestly, that's what I would do. There you go, before they break and before they get a chance to charge you. Get another unit in and break them. Next unit is Shield Masters, or Shield Maidens. Firing down with the Slingers. Chosen Spears are not bad, they're a good unit, but yeah, not going to be what's here. Speaking of beating what's over there, how's this looking? Desert Cohort, 230 men. Looks like that's it there. Nova Carthago, very depleted, but they've got that cavalry that can start flowing around with. However, they have to be careful because the enemy has a good number of cav as well waiting to be utilized. Alright, and with that dealt with, they can just surround and finish off those noble women. Warriors of the Night versus Legionnaires. Warriors of the Night versus Evocati. Evocati broke through. Nice play by Inors with the Vikings stopping them from being able to surround that unit of Evocati. Heavy Neuragic runners. Punchy boys.
Let's go, warriors, move out!
Cavalry wise is flowing. They're going to be pushed back as those Galax get into position. What we got there? Mercenary Noble Fighters yourself. Yeah, this Qatari are having a field day. Yep, they ended up eliminating the enemy here. King Saskar, 53, okay. Now that that's dealt with, Skutari can now get into the back of these Evocati. This Evocati is going to get cut down. $205 kills, 57 kills. Warriors of the Night getting cut down. Lords of War being hit. Looks like the Legatus took a little bit of damage to those armored Numidian riders. The camels did save them. Yeah. Sacred Band Cavalry keeping them safe. Noble Fighters dropping 307 kills, 310. They did well. But eventually just too much damage accumulated and they're going to be falling here. That's Qatari, and it looks like another unit of Noble Fighters can actually just pull back and reinforce. That Evocati is gone. Those Neuragics are down to 92. Qatari still at 133. Shield Maidens just pushing forward. Cut them down. And what remains of Nova Carthago is going to rotate around, it looks like. Oh. Noble Fighter's still going 333, so they got another like 20 kills. They can get a headhunt to pop, that'd be great. They don't have that many models, so we'll keep them fighting a little longer and get some more damage. Those arrows will eventually take them down. It just took out 2 there. The arrows took out 4. Down to 2 left. That one down. Last guy. He is shattering. Cavalry flowing. Second wind, I'm assuming. Yep. Romans covering there, and it looks like, okay, yeah. Looks like they're going to make a nice little push. Ah. Frenzy. Lost a few. Lords of War popping their abilities as well. Two very high tier units are going to beat the shit out of each other. $100 melee attack. Oof. Neither of the generals are going to come out of that unscathed. The infantry making their way back. It looks like they're going to make a full pullback to about these points here. Here, here, here. Probably here, I would say. Like how they did put the tower there to go mess with them. Nothing did come from it. Slingers are able to just fire in, yeah. Do some damage. Nice little morale buff. 27 men left. 35. Both of them. This one down to a quarter, this one down to half. They're both fresh. And now they're berserk. So these guys, well, you have to kill every last man now. Will they get 4 more kills? That's the question. 3 more kills. Two more kills. 1 more kill. They have it, 100. This will be the end of them, but they've knocked down the Lords of War to 21 men. Let's see if they can get it a little lower. 20 men. Yeah, they're doing some real damage. Rum's going to be making their push, it looks like, along this walkway. Here. Viking Confederation here. And Palmyra along these points. Chosen Sword, Oathsworn, Oath. So 3 Oathsworn. Decent amount, and 2 Chosen Sword that we can see for Arverni. Arverni was holding a lot back, it looks like. Noble Cavalry getting a 52 kills. Now getting out of there. Probably going to set up for another charge. Maybe pull back, okay. Pull in. Which means they're going to be defending here and here. Which, to be honest, is a mistake in my opinion. They are pushing way too far back already. With too many men. Got a Roman unit here of Evocati. Spear armies, cohort, and Vigiles. Assuming, yep, they're just going to charge. Three, 2, 1. Get out. These shield maidens do actually have bows on their back. But getting out of there, 69 men left, nice. 80 kills, so they're actually getting out of there pretty well. 67, and they lost 2 more. 80 kills. This is another one, they're going to be able to take that tower, and they're just going to condense them in. Slingers are going to be able to fire at great angles. Honestly, the defenders have pushed too far back, in my opinion. Elephants do not have room to maneuver either. I think with the defenders pulling this far back, this might be a bit of a travesty, though. I did not see any of these Arverni units, so he might have been keeping them back in the very back of the keeps they were forced to. Yeah, they're going to get up on that wall. Yep, and there you can see them. They're tearing apart these Chosens already. Even in shield wall. 47, 46. The reason why, by the way, if you want to know, is because of the angle they're sitting at. It reduces the block chance. As such, these guys are taking more damage. Oh? Galax moving up. Full ammo Galax. Why are you doing that? Get in there. Get in there, Palmyra. Notice it and just wreck them. Another Gallic. What are you doing? That's a Palmyran spearman. Get in there, Yes, he noticed. This actually might destroy the defenders. What was this play, Blood Axe? It's 1 unit of Galax, full ammo, dead. They're down to 56 men. They are pretty much wasted. Yeah, and slingers are just going to get a great... I mean, right here, hit these chosen swordsmen, hit these oversworn, they're just going to get perfect volleys, yeah. This is why you don't want to clump up like this. They are going to enjoy this field day. Oh, these slingers. Oh, no. Okay, they can't get the volley. They don't need to. They can just get down here. Look at this. Chosen swords already dropping. That's 89 of them. Alright, they got 112 kills. They get a volley in. Yep. 4 more kills. And the archers are just being targeted. It's 1 archer down, fully. Now hit those chosen. Yep, and these archers are just going to hit these chosen. Thing you have to remember with shield walls is if they're in shield wall, they will not put the shields over their head. If they are not in shield wall, they will put the shields over their head. Kind of defend themselves a bit better, but these, as you can kind of see here with the Oathsworn, yeah. These guys out? Yeah, they're out. Yep, slingers right into those chosen swords. They're going to start tearing away at them, while archers into these. This is a perfect crossfire here. Honestly, I wouldn't go in with the shield masters, or shield maidens yet. Yep, pull them back. Ball formation. Yeah, these guys are just getting torn down by Myron Spearmen. Those are Oathsworn. Archers can start firing into those Oathsworn if they want to. Look at those chosen swords drop. That is all because they will not put their shields over their head. Galax actually doing a pretty good job. I think they've wasted their Galax. I think Averni is in a very bad position and is losing units needlessly. Over here looks like, yep, there is a push. Remains of the Cretans are able to fire really well into these flanks. That's what happens. You have to deal with it at some point. Galax are going to be able to do that here as well.
Warriors, move out!
That Oathsworn. Okay, shield maidens are going to go in now. Yep, perfect timing. Break them. Chosens are dropping. Yep, they just activated Headhump to just shatter them as fast as possible. One unit's going to basically form this way in a second, and the next one's going to form that way in a second. Nice job with the cohorts, getting some javelin volleys in. Sending Oathsworn in. Archers were forced back.
Get out! Get running!
And honestly, part of the reason this was such a bad play is you've basically negated the effectiveness of your elephants, of your cavalry fighting this choke point battle. If you were holding here, 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 and here, I don't know, I did that with the arrow keys, but you could hit some units over on this flank and sweeped while you were pulling back. Force them to remain vigilant of your units. Those Oathsworn are going down. Slingers are still just firing into Oathsworn in the flank. King's Huskarls are now in the fight. They're going to pull out. Shield Maiden's doing well, 284 kills. Cohort doing well against the Chosen. Club Levy 105 kills, nice. You need to silence these slingers. If you're a Verney, your first goal needs to be to silence the slingers. The infantry is less important. Your infantry will beat theirs. You need to silence these slingers, shut them up, because they are getting the flank of your Oathsworn, and they are wrecking them. Your Oathsworn are not surviving that fire on the flank. Viking Chosen axes right into those Skutari. Nice hit. Nice hit there. Yeah. Hitting them to try to do some damage, but they've done a good number to your Skutari. You're going to take some real damage, and you'll be on the next layer of defense. Thank goodness for these slingers. They're actually dealing with the actual slingers. Run, 315 kills. Oathsworn should be able to come back from that, but it might be a bit difficult. Yeah. Next unit, Vigiles. And we do have another unit of slingers moving on in. Let's see what their target is going to be this time. Now that Joe is actually properly defending Averni's units, slingers are going to have a harder time of getting those Oathsworn in the flank. As such, you can see, dealing with these tribals, firing back and forth. Nope, he's targeting the infantry now. Oh, what have those Oathsworn done? They have balled and they're dead. Oathsworn are done, which means this is going to be a split. This is going to be very, very dangerous. That Oathsworn can't get out of there. You're going to have to send the general in. If you don't send the general in, you're going to lose 2 units of Oathsworn. Well, actually, a healthy unit of Oathsworn that's holding that flank, I should say. Yep, you can already see it. The cavalry's getting ready to form its way through. That Oathsworn's about to die. Second wind. Chance of morale buff. Keep those guys fighting. Good, they did set the general in to defend that flank. Good, good, good.
Get running! Get running! Hunt them down! Yeah!
Where did the Elefantes go?
Take their heads!
Next, the unit of Praetorians are getting ready to go on in now. Go on and get ready with those nobles. Viking archers able to get on in and do some damage to those Gallics. Now they're able to shoot the general in the flank. You need to bring a Gallic over. You stop front tapping the Vikings. You need to hit these slingers. They're just getting crossfired. You have those Oathsworn are going to die. This is why pulling this far back is such a bad situation to be in. They're just getting crossfired and crossfired. I think they are forgetting about the elephant, which means the elephant might be able to do a bit of damage. Nice job with those armored Numidians. That's going to be their end. Good job trying to do something sneaky with those tribals. There's a breakthrough there. Noble Cavalry is going to try to do some damage. Nope, they're going to pull back. Okay. Or sorry, Sacred Band Cavalry. They're crumbling. Nice hit with some of that Carthaginian. Elephants are back in view. I would have kept them hidden a little longer. Seeing if I can just make sure they use all their ammo. But it will be tough to win, to be honest. They're still just getting shot in the flank. 122 kills. That's a breakthrough, so now they're going to get surrounded. Lord of War doing what they can. They've been fighting some pretty elite units the whole game. Everything's trying to target that elephant now. Yep, they're trying to cause it to go berserk. Pull it back. Slingers are doing their job. Nice volleys forcing those Vikings away. 100 kills, nice. Balpalmara is actually going to be doing some real damage here. Those veterans are still fine. Yes, two units of veteran Palmyra and some chosen, or some cataphractoi. If they're going to try to shatter the Carthaginian lines right in the middle. Good play. Here comes the elephants.
Give them fire! Get ready!
Nice hit. Veterans didn't notice them coming. You don't want to make them berserk here. Are you insane? They're going to tear through those noble fighters, but yeah, they're just going to come on down here. Roman shattered. They just freed up that flank. And they're still getting into those Palmyrans. 101 kills, 104 kills. Now the noble fighters can actually properly deal with them. They'll come back. Armored Numidians trying to take advantage anywhere they can. Cavalry going to flow down now as well. Slingers and archers trying to do what they can. They're trying to hem in those armored desert riders. Nice there. Sacred Band Cavalry. Bad charge.
Orders!
140 kills, and they're out of control.
Warriors, move out!
Noble Cav. Elephant's up to 175 there. Sacred Band trying to hold out. Noble Fighters doing their best as well. These lines are going to crumble soon. Knocking some of those Numidians down. Catching the general. Nice job there, Dan. Elephant still going. 203 kills. There you go. That's the elephants out. 200 so kills. Trying to hit the cataphracts, but the cataphracts are far more armored than the armored Numidian riders. The armored Numidian riders, untouched, getting right on in. That should be perfect. Silence those slingers up. Sacred Band Cavalry going to be losing here. Run Numidian Armor General. Yeah. Yep, and here comes the cataphracts to the back. Should silence them. Should silence all of them. And pretty much end this game here. And that's that. It's just 2 units of Cretan archers. Palmyra is the healthiest army left. That is it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see how everyone did. But a bit about what did well, what did badly. I think pulling back as far as they did for the defenders was bad. Verney lost a lot of good troops in that final choke point and shield wall because they couldn't put their shields over their head and they were just getting flank shotted. You needed to be further out to protect yourself from that slinger fire and more accurately protect yourself and be able to return fire a bit better. What the defenders did well, I think Carthage did an incredibly good job with their flank fire with the archers at the early stages, giving as much time as possible. And I think they worked well on the Nova Carthago side. There were a few other units, so like the noblewoman was there, which was pretty much it, just providing firing support, making sure that fight against Nova Carthago went better for them. Attacker side, what they did very well. Oh, and I think Blood Axe of Verney losing one of those Gallics pretty much early on with full ammo is devastating at the end. or well, can be devastating. Attackers, what they did poorly. I think Nova Carthago should not have attacked where they were. I think doing so allowed the enemy to just eliminate a lot of his units that might have otherwise survived, make the fight a bit tougher there. Though I do think, yeah, they ended up eliminating the infantry, but that's just because they had elephants as well. Uh, what the attackers did well, would have to say they got the angles right with the range very well. They were able to just constantly get good positioning on the defenders. Uh, Nova Carthago, to be honest, did that as well. Pretty much every member of the team that I was seeing was getting good angles for shots, good angles for flanking, just able to overwhelm superior stats. Uh, so on this, Enora's playing the Viking Confederation. They're Lords of War, 104 kills. Their Viking Archers 142, 124, 118, and 124. Danaxes 101. King's Huscarls 162. Shield Maidens 385, 252. Alright. Rome, brought to us by Onyx Drake. 31 kills on the Legatus. Eagle Cohort 204. Evocati 178, 102, 120, 149, 104, 121. Legionnaires 167, 110. Praetorians 167. Then Socii 126. I like what they did. You don't need range with Rome. Which means they were actually getting the range superiority with only 2 units of range because these were skirmishers. Oh, they screwed up those skirmishers. Early on, they lost a few volleys. That was wasted. Palmyra here. Slinger 222 kills, 134, 126. Cohors 125, 107, 181, 105, and 123. Principe, or Pal, oh gosh, not Principe. Palmyran Spearmen, pretty solid, 69, nice. Veteran Palmyran Legionnaires, 101, 106 for one of those Vigilis. And the one who did the most damage, Dade here, 262 for that Armor Numidian Rider, 103 for the Fixed Ballista, 124 for the Numidian Riders, and 114 for the Carthaginian Cavalry. All units, well, the 3 cavalry units were used on the other side pretty specifically. 111 for those heavy Numidian skirmishers, 334 for those mercenary noble fighters, and 153 for those Scutari. Alright, so close. Defector units, 104, 148, 111, 153, so all of them doing well. Joe here playing Desert Rome Messacily. 206 for those elephant slingers, 100. So close. Cohort 139, 240. Legionnaires 155, 119, 111, 276. 146 for that exiled Praetorian, and those light infantry 100 and 141. Propane as Swaby, the elite Ulfurkers, Berserkers basically, 104 on them. These Germanic noblewomen archers, 161, 148. Bloodsworn, 141, 130, then Club Levy, 113, 107. And Warriors of the Night, 107, 111. There. Blood Axe with Averni, 152 for the General. Chosen Spearmen, 156, 124. Then Chosen Swords, 184. There. And then we have finally the remains of the Oathsworn, got 194 and 263. So solid routes for the elites. But a lot of the other units did not perform up to snuff, especially the ones who were able to get flank shotted, which was a lot of the Chosens. Carthage, brought to us by Dan, got the most kills in total. Noble Cav 146, Polarix 142, Credence 217, 227, 227, Heavy Neuragic Runners 235, Galax 109, 119, 128, Moscots 155. We have Nobles 238, then Scutari 203, 304 there. That is it from there. Let me know who did well, who did poorly. Let me know how everyone did. Let me know if I was right or wrong. No one ever comments this far in, so I've always been right on my descriptions. But you all have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.